Few players have ever experienced the kind of hype that surrounds 17-year-old LaMelo Ball. Whether it be his play on the court or the variety of moves made off of it, he always seems to find his name in the spotlight. Now with the season finally here, the youngest Ball brother finds himself moving back to the States and enrolling at SPIRE Institute, a basketball prep school in Ohio. This raises the question, after being overseas and playing in his father's own league, the JBA, can LaMelo Ball regain his place as one of the top high school players in the country? LaMelo Ball is by far one of the most intriguing prospects that basketball's seen in a long time. Part of that is the fact that he's currently listed at 6'7", which means that after the past 2 years, he's hit a 5-inch growth spurt since we last saw him at the high school level, where he was ranked 7th in the class of 2019. Not only is it rare for us to see such a high-profile high school prospect leave in the middle of their career, but for them to then come back with that much of a difference in size as well as experience from playing overseas against other grown professional athletes is something that we've never seen before. So that being said, it's hard to exactly pinpoint what this means and how this is gonna look. When you look at LaMelo's numbers from last season in the JBA, which I do have to say you have to put a little asterisk next to it because there's no way of knowing just how well these numbers translate to any type of competitive basketball, and definitely not when it comes to scouting for the NBA. There's really no way of knowing how well these numbers and that play style translates to the next level. That being said, he averaged 40 points per game and a triple-double during his JBA season. Now this is playing against some decent high school competition. Where I do think that he does get some credibility is he averaged 29 points per game, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds in the international tour where they played against professional teams over the summer. I think those numbers do have a little more credibility. I believe LaMelo has a decent sized resume to suggest that he has definitely improved since he was at Chino Hills. His game has changed so much over the last couple years. Now whether that be because of the growth spurt that he hit or just the fact that he's older and more mature now is yet to be seen, but regardless, he's not the same player that he was. There are a few constants. He's still a really good shooter. He's gotten more consistent since his days at Chino Hills. He's still an extremely exciting player to watch. He knows how to create his shot off the dribble. He also has an advantage of ball handling for his size. Thanks to him being a guard in his entire career, now that he's hit this growth spurt, he still has those guard skill sets as a 6'7", maybe 6'6" player, and I think that is something that's going to really benefit him in the long run. The mixture of his height to go with his skill set is something that's going to set him apart from a lot of these other prospects in his class. The number one knock on LaMelo when he was younger was the fact that he wasn't athletic enough to get up and dunk the ball. LaMelo has definitely developed that bounce. You see it consistently in games now. He's able to dunk in traffic. He's caught a few bodies in some games, really posterized some dudes, and that's something that really takes his game to that next step, is having that athletic ability on top of the playmaking and shooting. And when you look at it all together, while the competition is still questionable compared to what some of these other prospects are playing against, it's hard to deny the fact that he's really developed that total offensive package. Now I do want to put a disclaimer again. It's hard to tell exactly what he's going to do when he's faced with some real competition. And I believe that is the number one reason why LaMelo Ball has chosen to come back to high school, why LeVar Ball thought it was a good idea to bring him back over here. Because at the end of the day, no matter what numbers he puts up in the JBA, overseas, whatever league they want to put him in, there will always be questions of if he can do it against top talent in the States. Now we have LaMelo Ball at one of the top prep schools in the country playing against some of the top high school competition, and we're going to really see this season if LaMelo Ball is the real deal. And if he can prove that he is what the numbers and the film says he is, then we could see LaMelo Ball develop into possibly one of the top prospects for the draft when it's his time to declare. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for your constant support. If you haven't, please check out some of the original series we have featured on this channel. Remember to check out the I Promise basketball series, following the life of a college athlete. I think you're going to really enjoy that. Episode 2 is out now. Please go check it out. But I don't want to take any more time out of your day. Again, thank you for watching. Remember to follow me on social media and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any new content. God bless.